Through it, you got out with wins. Where do you feel like the team is right now?
Well, they were two big tests going from Wake Forest all the way to NC State. Two great opponents, and honestly, the way our defensively going against Wake Forest wasn't our best game. So honestly, I'm proud of the way that we responded going into last week against NC State. DBs were dialed in, D line we was down there, linebackers was doing their thing, and offensively they've been very consistent past few weeks against both Wake Forest and NC State, putting up points, executing play calling. So I think we're in a great spot as of right now.
I think Coach Goodwin was saying, the teams are getting the ball out fast. It's hard to get a pass rush if the quarterback only has it for 2 seconds. But you guys were able to get it after later a little more. Why do you think you were so much more successful creating pressure this time?
We do. Coach Easton and Coach Hall did approaches with that, saying like the quarterbacks would catch it, throw it, quick RPOs and stuff like that. But they always say, although that may be the case 90% of the time, just make sure regardless you're still pass rushing, just in case that 1 or 2 times where that first read isn't there and he has to go to that second read, you were still pass rushing and you're probably going to get the sack or pressure or whatever, strip sack, whatever. So our main thing is if you see a pass set, just continue to pass rush the passer. Don't let that 2 seconds get into your head and just tell yourself, oh, I'm not going to get there. Just, keep rushing the passer.
Do you think it all in a couple weeks prior that was getting in your guys' head, that it's just they're going to get the ball out, we're not getting there, or any of that?
Not necessarily in that way. It was more so a game plan thing. Like if it's a team like NC State where they throw a lot of screens, like know that they throw screens and know that the guards are going to set and release quick. Same, really, honestly cut on with Furman because Furman they did throw a lot of screens and did kind of catch us off guard a little bit because didn't see a lot of screens on film, but they threw it against us and worked too many times in my opinion. So we dialed in on that and we've done a lot better with that.
Myles, from game 1 to now past NC State, how do you feel like where do you feel like this defensive line's improved the most?
Oh man, honestly, we had a lot of chemistry going into the season, and now playing different opponents and watching film and seeing how we work well with each other when it's literally just a straight on rush. I think we're very cohesive and have done really well and gotten a lot better with that from week 1, playing against the run, really just striking at the point of attack, winning the line of scrimmage. I think we've done a better job at that, and honestly, winning the line of scrimmage at the snap of the ball, that's very huge and done a great job.
Myles, I'm guessing the way you guys responded from Wake Forest to Saturday night against NC State, it's got to bring a lot of confidence to this unit and what you're doing going forward.
Mm-hmm. For sure, honestly, and I know from last week, defense didn't have the best game, and I talked about it with someone, and I think it's kind of a good and bad thing. Kind of the defense kind of needed a game like that to know what it feels like to, I guess, not have the best game and know what you need to do to prevent that from happening, and having that short-term memory of just forgetting it and going on to the next play, and then when that game's over, remembering the bad and growing upon that to bring it into next week. And Sweeney says it a lot. You can't bring the bad stuff carry over the bad stuff into next week. You just gotta learn from it and grow upon it. You can't bring the good from last week into this week. So you just gotta keep on pushing, growing, watching film, and just going day by day.
Myles, looking ahead at the schedule, there's 2 back-to-back games on the road. Does the preparation change? Can you walk us through kind of what it's like knowing you have to use extra days to travel?
Honestly, maybe the preparation schedule may change, but honestly, the intensity is always the same, whoever the opponent is. Because Sweeney says it a lot. We're playing Clemson every Saturday, so we're playing ourselves. How do you grade yourself on tape? And so far as like hoping the opponent doesn't play as good, so you do have success. Like regardless of how the opponent plays, how did you do? How was your success? How was your effort? How was your intensity and stuff like that? So yeah, the intensity is going to stay the same. We're going to go on into Mental Monday in a few hours. So you know, I'm sure the coaches are in the staff rooms right now, game planning. So yeah, intensity is going to stay the same.
Do you know much about Boston College's offense yet?
Watched a little bit of film on them, and good, very run heavy, good bit of misdirection, very accurate quarterback, hit his spots anywhere honestly. Short to mid range throws, throw it over the top every once in a while, but you know, honestly just started watching film on them. Gonna keep watching film on them, and I'll know more about them.
It's going back to Furman. I think that was a week where Coach Sweeney said there was some loafing on the field. He didn't. He brought up specific, I think her name specifically, maybe just as an example. But do you hear that, and does that make you want to respond in any way? I mean, when you hear that it wasn't always effort wise, what do you want?
I hear the message and I hear his intent. His intent is really to see how I'm gonna respond to that. It is you know, calling me out. So I mean, I really just gotta respond and you know have my film speak for itself. Honestly.
You talk about grading yourself. I mean,